You walk into the gym, you clip your phone to your arm, you put your headphones in before you've even touched a single weight. Nobody told you to do this. Nobody trained you to do this. And yet almost everyone around you is doing the exact same thing. Why? The obvious answer is motivation. Music pumps you up, right? But that's not the real story. The real answer is far stranger. Those headphones aren't there for your ears. They're there for your nervous system. Think about what a gym actually is, biologically speaking. It's a room full of strangers, watching each other's bodies, judging effort, judging strength, judging shape. For most of human history, being watched by a group of unfamiliar people while your body strained and sweated was not neutral. It was dangerous. Your ancestors did not evolve in rooms full of silent strangers lifting metal. They evolved in small tribes of maybe 50 to 150 people, a number the anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying. He found that human social cognition seems built for roughly 150 stable relationships. Beyond that number, your brain starts treating people less like known individuals and more like anonymous threats to be monitored. A modern gym blows past that number in a single evening. Rows of unfamiliar faces, unfamiliar bodies, unfamiliar rules of who's allowed to look at whom. Your brain doesn't know this is 2026. It doesn't know these are just people trying to get their steps in. It reads the room the way it would read a clearing full of unknown tribes. And that reading triggers something old. Here's the decode. Your amygdala, the almond-shaped structure deep in your brain responsible for detecting threat, doesn't distinguish between a predator and a stranger's glance. Both get flagged. Both raise your heart rate slightly. Both put you on alert. This is why gyms, for all their bright lighting and motivational posters, can quietly feel like exposure. You're being seen while vulnerable. And vulnerability, while being watched, is one of the oldest fears your body carries. So what do the headphones actually do? They don't block sound. Not really. What they block is availability. The moment you put headphones in, you signal to everyone around you, I am not accessible right now. Do not approach. Do not make eye contact. Do not initiate. You have built a wall, and the wall is invisible, and the wall works almost perfectly. The sociologist Irving Goffman described something similar decades before smartphones existed. He called it civil inattention, the subtle social agreement that lets strangers coexist in shared space without acknowledging each other directly. A nod, a glance away, a controlled distance. Headphones are civil inattention weaponized. They don't just say, I'm not looking at you. They say, I cannot even hear you if you try. This is not laziness. It is not antisocial behavior. It is a tool, a very old tool, wearing modern plastic. Consider what happens to your body during exercise. Your face flushes. Your breathing becomes audible. Your form might falter. You might grunt or shake or fail a rep in front of people you've never met. In evolutionary terms, this is the equivalent of exposing weakness in front of a group whose approval, once upon a time, determined whether you ate that week. Status within the tribe wasn't a metaphor for your ancestors. It was survival currency. Public failure had real consequences. Public strength bought protection, mates food access. Your body still runs some of that old code, even in an air-conditioned room with rubber flooring. That flush of embarrassment when you can't finish a set? That's not modern vanity. That's an ancient alarm going off in the wrong building. The headphones do double duty. They regulate the social threat by declaring you unreachable. And they regulate the internal threat, the fear of being witnessed at your weakest, by giving your brain something else to focus on. Music, in this sense, isn't primarily entertainment. It's a nervous system management tool. A 2020 review by sports psychologist Kostas Karageorgis, who has spent much of his career studying music in exercise contexts, found that music doesn't just distract from discomfort. It actually raises pain tolerance and lowers perceived exertion. Your brain, given a strong enough beat, will quite literally lie to you about how hard you're working. But there's a second, quieter function that's easy to miss. Headphones also buy you permission to look like you're somewhere else while still being seen. This matters more than it sounds like it should. Humans have a deep, old discomfort with being fully, nakedly present in front of strangers with nothing to hide behind. Anthropologists have long noted that across cultures, humans build small social buffers wherever dense, unfamiliar contact happens. A newspaper on a train, sunglasses on a crowded street, a phone screen in a waiting room. The gym headphone is simply the latest version of an old habit. Give yourself a prop, so your presence has an alibi. Here's where it gets stranger. Studies on the mere presence of others during physical tasks go back over a century, to a psychologist named Norman Triplett, who in 1898 noticed that cyclists rode faster when racing against another rider than when riding alone. He called this social facilitation. Being watched can actually improve performance on simple, well-practiced tasks, but it can also backfire on tasks that feel uncertain, difficult, or new. Being watched increases anxiety and can make you perform worse. This is why a nervous first-timer in the gym, unsure of the machines, unsure of their form, feels the social pressure far more sharply than a regular. The headphones aren't just blocking sound for that person. They're blocking the possibility of judgment on something they haven't mastered yet. Is this healthy? Mostly yes. Boundaries aren't avoidance. They're regulation. What's interesting is what happens when you strip the headphones away entirely. Researchers studying flow states, a concept popularized by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, found that total absorption in a task, physical or mental, tends to quiet self-consciousness almost completely. Advanced athletes, deep in a hard set, often report losing awareness of who's around them entirely. Not because they've built a wall, because they've moved past needing one. Mastery, it turns out, is its own kind of headphones, which raises the real question underneath all of this. If the wall exists to manage a threat that isn't really there anymore, does the wall ever come down? For most people, not fully, and maybe it doesn't need to. The tribe you're protecting yourself from watching you fail, a lift will forget you within seconds. Nobody in that room is running a mental scoreboard of your form. They're running their own alarm system pointed at themselves, which means the wall you built to hide from their judgment is being mirrored back at you by every other person in the room, wearing the exact same wall for the exact same reason. You walk into the gym, you clip your phone to your arm, you put your headphones in before you've even touched a single weight. And now you know what that small, automatic gesture really is. Not a playlist. A shield your ancestors would have understood instantly, rebuilt in silicone and sound, standing between you and a tribe that, this time, was never really watching at all. Subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.